Welcome back to another episode of HTH Hot Takes and Eggs. I'm Stevie Picks. This is my co-host Eric Hall. We got Stick behind the camera, our producer, who we love and appreciate.
Appreciate you,
We
Stick.
appreciate Stick.
Much love back.
And today we're going to talk about what happened on Monday night, and then we're going to talk about college football rankings. The show came out, which is pretty much going to be kind of final with some things left, and we got conference championship games, and we got NFL. What did we go around? 14? I think NFL week 14. Then we got our parlay we do every week, but we'll get it out of the way. The HTH Bowl did not go my way, but again, like we said, I was in a win-win situation because now I can sit here and say we were 2-10. But I will say, if I was a Patriots fan, you still got to feel pretty good because the Giants were not getting blown out like that. And you guys did embarrass us. I mean, you took our pants off and just gave it to us.
Yeah. Just want to start off by saying, I think I speak for everybody. What's happening with the Patriots franchise and for their fan base couldn't happen to a more deserving fan base. We, for 5 years, trials and tribulations, pain and suffering. And now we're back to the top, and it's just a long road. A lot of, loyalty tests, you got to stick with it, and man, we earned it. We earned it. We're so back, and,
Back to the top is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, your schedule has been cupcake after cupcake. That's a little ludicrous.
number one in the NFL for best record.
Tied.
And nobody deserves it more.
Tied.
Nobody deserves it more. No, we're a game ahead of the Broncos. We haven't had a bye.
Oh, so now you have it this week.
So, there you
Yeah.
go. Jackson Dart booked a plane ticket on Christian Ellis Airlines. That was pretty sick. Took a nice little flight there. That was awesome.
Yeah, that he's got to get out. But I will say, also Koo, Youngway Koo was the all-time clip. I think I literally laughed.
That was horrid.
Did you see what he said? He said he saw the ball moving, so he did it on purpose.
I was I was watching with my dad. He thought we ran a fake field goal. He was like, "Why did nobody run a route?" He's yelling at. I'm like, "Dad, we're not faking a 45-yard field goal. It's 4th and 15." It was also to go we were only gonna be down 7, but the kickoff on Gunner, he should have been ejected.
That was Christian Ellis as well.
Yes, I know.
He booked 2 flights that night.
I also don't. That was a clean hit on that one. Also, don't think it should have been a penalty on Theo Johnson. That was kind of ludicrous. He came over and hit him, but you act like Ellis loaded up and ran into him too. It's not like it was a back shot.
What do you mean? Don't go out of bounds. Don't try to get that first down. You're gonna get cracked. That's how you got to set the tone.
Yeah, but in real time,
gotta set the tone.
In real time, I'm sure Theo Johnson didn't see that. All he saw was this.
Yeah, well, Theo needs to chill the fuck out, and so does Van Rotten. That guy thinks he's tough. They're all trying to throw him to the ground. Christian Ellis stands there like, dude, guy eats nails for fucking breakfast.
The other one was a dirty hit.
It's football, man.
He's going down already. I don't know how that wasn't helmet to helmet. And the one they called it earlier, where the ball's in the air, they called that shocked me that one was, and then the other one wasn't. But about the Patriots being back, you got to slow your rolls a little.
Nobody deserves it more. Nobody deserves it more.
You guys have beat the Bills, and that's it. But
nobody deserves it more, man.
I mean, your guys' schedule has been very easy. But Drake may look good, but he didn't even need to do it because it all started.
But he did.
Special teams just was terrible.
I mean, we're just better on every single side of the ball: special teams, defense, offense.
Also, Abdul Carter. I mean, he's a bigger diva than a wide receiver. I guess he's just been late to walkthroughs. That's what I thought with the old line being banged up. Oh, we're gonna be all right even without Thibodeau, but he didn't even play for the first quarter. So
even when he did play, Drake outran him for the first time because he's that good.
Yeah, but we were getting more pressure when he was in. I would have preferred the whole game.
He got 1 sack.
Yeah, he was getting. I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm not taking back that he won, but again, we were 2-10. Now we're 2-11.
Easy dubs.
It should be easy.
Easy dubs. Nobody deserves it more. Like I said.
The worst part about this isn't the worst part, but a bad part about the Koo kick is that I really thought that if I was hoping they might score a touchdown on that drive.
Yeah.
And if you kick the field goal, at least it's like, all right, 1 possession.
There's a lot of times like that. Even when we the Patriots beat us, but we also did not help ourselves. I mean, then we fumble when we're down 2 possessions, and again, if we can go and have a drive. Also, Theo Johnson before the kick should have caught that ball. That was a great throw by Jackson Dart.
Kafka doesn't like to go for it on 4th down either.
He's also shitting his pants. I don't mind if we kept him as keep him as an OC, but clearly it was not Bowen's fault because that new defensive coordinator was terrible. But we'll move on because it was a terrible game. But hey, at least the Giants were slotted to have a good pick. Jets won, so. But Dart's got to learn how to get down. That's making me nervous because I don't know why he didn't just accept the 3rd and 4. Why did we need the 3rd and 1? He got lit up, and then we got.
Ooh, it was awesome, man.
I got what Ellis. I mean, why would he give him the first down? I think if it was 5 yards back, he would have just let him run out of bounds.
I think it's more if you're going to stay in bounds, you're going to get. It's like you're going to think twice.
Okay, that's a little. I agree that he extended his limits. He tried to tiptoe, but then he was stepping out right there where Ellis was.
Yeah, well, Ellis is teaching him a lesson. If you want to run the ball, you're going to get fucking hit. So you either go down, slide, get out of bounds before I get here, or else you're going to get fucking cracked. And I love that. We were flying around, man. Wow, we were making big hits everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah, against a great team.
Nobody deserves it more.
Against a great team.
Giants are a formidable opponent.
Yeah, all the teams you guys have played.
All formidable opponents.
But we'll move on because we'll be stuck here all day. I think the Patriots are getting a little big for the britches. But honestly, I thought the Giants would hang around, so it was shocking. But we beat ourselves, and that's all I'll say about that. But we'll move on to the show we had last night, but Tuesday night for you guys were watching. We had the college football rankings come out, and I posted mine, and a lot of people had a lot of issues with it. Did I do it on purpose, put Texas in? I'll never say if I did or didn't. But we got Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia. Texas Tech jumped up to 4. Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma 8, Bama 9, and then Notre Dame was 10. And then you're going to have those champs. Anything that stood out to you in the rankings that you didn't like or you did like?
Not really. I think it's pretty good.
That's ludicrous. I think this is a joke.
Really?
Why is Texas A&M falling to 7 is what I think was the biggest joke of them all.
I guess, that's probably the worst. But
why did A&M fall? Also, no, this is the problem. Because Texas is ranked 13th, Vanderbilt's ranked 14th, and everybody talked about the wins. That's why Texas couldn't be in. And I'm not trying to fight for Texas. I get why they're not in. But Vanderbilt lost to them, so Texas goes above them. Why the hell is Miami not above Notre Dame? And listen, I think Notre Dame's better.
I mean, it just... Yeah.
But resume-wise, But then Oklahoma shouldn't be in if you're going to do eye tests. Oklahoma looks terrible. Nobody wants to watch that offense in the playoffs. If that matchup happens right now, Bama's giving it to them this time. They had a pick 6 last time. Oklahoma wouldn't be favored. It already came out. Alabama would be favored on their turf.
I mean, they have a good defense.
Yeah, they have a good defense. That offense is atrocious. And I think Oklahoma should be, and they are deserving. But also, when I posted it, it says my top 10, what I would want to see. I think it would be the most interesting. But they have to have something consistent. That's what bothers me. But the guy did say that stuff could change. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are thinking if BYU gets blown out, that puts Notre Dame and Miami closer, that they'll change it. But I don't see that happening. But I kind of feel bad for Vanderbilt because they did all they really can. I mean, I guess win another game. But and then another problem I have with everybody, when they talk about, I'm sounding like it. I'm not a Texas fan, but everybody keeps going at Texas. You lost to Florida. Can we not forget that Bama got their shit rocked week 1 by Florida State? Like pounded in. And then Florida just played Florida State and gave them the business. The ACC and SEC bottom feeders, don't even compare them. Because Florida would probably make the playoffs in the ACC. That's how bad they are. So that's a joke. But other than that, I don't see much changing. I hope Alabama doesn't drop out if they lose. I think that. Also, they were behind Notre Dame last week, and then they jumped up after. And the guy gets on, whoever is the Arkansas AD, gets on ESPN last night and was like, yeah, they had a 17-point lead. We thought that was enough to put them above. They blew that lead. Did you not watch the game? And they got outgained by almost 200 yards. If you're just going to get up there, just say we think they're better. Just say that. They have better wins. Don't say that stupid shit. You make yourself look like an idiot. But the biggest problem I really had was A&M going to 7. Because, they lost one game.
Yeah.
Who has Oregon beat? USC?
Penn State?
Yeah, Penn State win does get underrated. They went in there and won. But then again, I don't know. Oregon, now the question is, if BYU somehow wins, does Oregon, the 3 Big Ten teams get a bye? That's what it would line up to be. But your take about A&M now looks clear. Because I tell you what, I think Notre Dame would want a little get back in their house. But we'll move on because we're getting into the games that are going to decide the final playoff, the conference championship weekend. And we'll start this game's on Friday night on ABC. Shout out, they're going to be on ABC. I think that's crazy. But Number 24, North Texas they travel in this game. It's going to be at Tulane, who's ranked number 20. North Texas is, though, favored at -2.5. Over under 66.5.
Jesus.
So, yeah, expect some fireworks. Both coaches have left. North Texas coach is going to Oklahoma State. And then Tulane's coach, as John Summerall, is going to Florida, the Gators. And, what do you think about this game, Eric? Just points.
Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, that's a cool thing about, like, these conference championships is, like, I haven't watched much of it, so I don't really know what to expect. I just know both teams, especially North Texas, like to put up points.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to take Tulane, actually, at home. Tulane's been a solid school the last couple of years under Summerall, obviously. And he's still coaching, right? So
yeah, they both are being allowed, even whoever wins, because this is a playoff game. Whoever wins is going to be in, no doubt about it. And, they both are being allowed to coach. In a way, I'm going to take North Texas because I would rather Summerall lose so he can just move on and be Florida's coach. Because honestly, if you're the coach of the team, like, you should be rooting for that. If you're Oklahoma State, you kind of want them to lose.
Yeah.
Because
get your guy in
the house. He's going to be more worried about playing in the playoffs, which they're probably going to be first round exits. But because right now, honestly, like, they would be behind Virginia, so they're going to be 12 or 11. But Drew Messamaker, I think that's how you say it, redshirt freshman, definitely going to be entering the portal after this year. Get used to that name because he is a stud. Really hoping he doesn't go to Oklahoma State because why go there? Because he can go anywhere he wants, I think. He's going to be a top guy, top recruit. But, I'm going to take North Texas, and I wouldn't be shocked if the game goes over. But, we'll jump into the Power 4 now. It's going to be on Saturday. We'll start with the noon game. Number 11, BYU, playing number 4, Texas Tech. Texas Tech is -12.5, over under 49.5. Game is in Jerry World in Dallas. What do you think here?
I think the spread says it all. They clearly value Texas Tech as the better team. Texas Tech is the better team. BYU's been good this year, but Texas Tech has been dominant, so I'm going to take Texas Tech -12.5.
Yeah, it's BYU side yesterday. Satake, everybody was rumoring to Penn State. He said to the team on video he's not going anywhere.
It's a Mormon, baby.
Good for BYU. Texas Tech is playing for a lot now. They know that they would get the bye if they win. Curious to see Jacob Rodriguez try to get in there. Even though he threw an interception last week, didn't see ESPN post that. So, and last time they played, Texas Tech won 29-7. And if you remember, Texas Tech just kicked a ton of field goals. If they could figure out how to end a drive, could have been even worse. I like Texas Tech here too. Kind of like the under as well because BYU's defense is good and their offense can't really show up, and Texas Tech's defense is very good. I like Texas Tech here. So maybe the first game might be a little bit of a blowout, but then we're going to jump into, I think it's going to be a great game, SEC Championship, number 3 Georgia, playing against number 9 Alabama. Georgia is favored by -2.5, over under 47.5. This game is being played in Atlanta the second week in a row that Georgia Bulldogs will be playing in Mercedes-Benz Superdome. What do you think here?
I think I'm going to lean Bama here. It seems that they just have their card a little bit. And they 100% hear all the noise about them, how deserving they are. So they're going to want to shut that up and just go beat Georgia like they already did. So, I like Alabama to get the upset, I guess, here. Georgia, I feel like they've been very good, but they've been a little underwhelming at times. So
yeah, I mean, the thing is they had an underwhelming game last week. That makes me feel better about them, that Kirby's going to wake them up. But Kirby's 1-7 against Bama, so he doesn't have a great track record. Last time they played, 24-21, Bama won in Athens earlier this year. And but I like Georgia here. I think Kirby's going to try to get the monkey off his back, and I think Alabama's going like this, where Georgia's kind of more stayed here. Not necessarily go a ton up, but Alabama has not played their best games of late, even against Auburn. They got outgained. Oklahoma, they got pretty shut down. And, I think Georgia's defense is coming around. I think a lot of Bama's offensive line is banged up, too, is what I was hearing. A lot of questionable guys on both sides, but I think Georgia's going to be a little deeper, and that pass rush has been waking up. I'm going to lean the Bulldogs, and I do think Bama's deserving of the playoffs, even if they lose this game. The only thing I said about Bama was that everybody's going at Texas for their loss. And their loss, Bama's loss, is just as worse. It's just as bad. Yes, they have better wins, but then Texas just beat the best team in the SEC all year, record-wise. I didn't think they were actually the best team. So that was my opinion. But, I think as long as Bama does not get throttled, they're in. If they go and lose by 3 scores, I think there'll be a conversation. But I do like Georgia here, and I kind of like the over. I think the SEC Championship always kind of seems, especially when these two play, it's like a 30-30 game. But over-under is 47.5. But we'll move on to half of a playoff game maybe. The ACC championship. Unranked Duke traveling to number 17 Virginia. Not traveling, they play in Charlotte. Against number 17 Virginia. Virginia is favored by only 3.5. Even though last time they played it was 34-17. Over-under 57.5. What do you think here?
Man, it's looking at the score or watching the game last time. It wasn't even close. Virginia swallowed them, so it's hard to believe that Duke can do it. But Vegas doesn't think so at all. So Duke does have high-powered offense, and 17 points is rather low for them. So
yeah.
It's hard to imagine they'll do that again. And I could see it being a close game. I'll go Duke just for a little bit of a little chaos, a little fun there.
I just don't see Duke only scoring 17 again. Their offense, Mensah has been great this year, and they've just been scoring points. And like I said, I think it would be chaotic if they won. And I've been a big JMU guy, so maybe JMU squeaks in. And it'll be another take. I said Duke was going to win the ACC, so that'd be cool. I'm holding a ticket at plus 270 for them to win. So I probably won't bet on the game. I'll just ride out to see if they win. It was only half a unit bet, but. Yeah, I'm going to take Duke here as well, and I kind of feel good about it. I think a lot of people could be on Virginia. Looking at that spread, be like last time they played, so then we're going to fade the public here, and we're going to go with the Duke Blue Devils to get it done. And another thing I have to say about everybody is saying, oh, Alabama, they were the best, they won the regular season ACC. So you're going to argue that Duke deserves to be in this game? Because Miami was just in this game. We wouldn't have anything to argue about. Miami just goes and wins, and then the playoff is better. The tiebreakers I get, but at some point it should be, maybe we should do like, if they get past 2 tiebreakers, maybe like the highest ranked team should be in. The ACC should want that, because then you're guaranteed a team. ACC is not even guaranteed a team. And I've seen the theory that if Duke wins, Notre Dame should be nervous because does the college football world want to leave out a Power 4 conference? Is that when you have Miami jump them? But that would be curious to see. So I'm hoping Duke wins. Chaos. But I kind of like Duke a lot. But I said that last time, so who knows?
Yeah.
Last time they were favored by a touchdown. But then it went down. And it's still, I don't know. Virginia will probably blow them out, but give me Duke. And jumping into, it kind of sucks because this game doesn't mean a ton, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But both coaches, this game means a ton. It's a Big Ten championship. And the top 2 conference in the thing. I think it means a ton. People are kind of shitting on it. But number 2, Indiana playing number 1, Ohio State. Ohio State has been around 4.5. We got it written down as 4. Over under 47.5. It's played in Indianapolis. What do you think here?
Yeah, I think it's good for Indiana to see Ohio State, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's a good warm up for the playoffs. You're going to see teams of this caliber. I mean, Ohio State is the team to beat, obviously, but. It's a good test for Mendoza going against this defense, which is so good, and you get a real feel where Indiana is, and it's been kind of hard to tell this year because they haven't played the top of the top, but
beat Oregon in Oregon.
Yeah, but there's
last year they got exposed when they got to this point.
This is what what I'm saying, kind of, is that So some teams some people probably have some reservations about Indiana. I'm sure at some
one time could be a fluke. Could be a fluke win. And we've seen teams upset. So I get what you're saying.
But I'm gonna go Ohio State -4.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna touch the spread. I would definitely take Ohio State to win. I really like the over here. Both defenses are very good, but it's indoors. Both these quarterbacks, because now Pavia is the favorite now, odds-wise, to win. But one of these stat-wise, Pavia is the best. But one of these quarterbacks goes off this game, I think they're a sure end to win it. Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting both of them to have a good day, and all the wide receivers are healthy. Sarai, I heard, is good for Indiana. He's been playing, and hopefully Tate gets a little more healthy. We saw Smith last week. He looked fine. And, I'm just excited to watch this game, to be honest. And I like the over. I'm expecting points. And I think Indiana is, unless they get absolutely throttled, they're going to have a bye as well. 12-0. I don't think so. And I don't see them getting 4. So the only way they'd see these guys again are in the national championship. And that was my pick. I think we're going to see this game again. But I like the over here. And we'll get into what we kind of definitely like. What I already placed a bet on, I did a parlay, a money line parlay. I did Texas Tech, Georgia and Ohio State. It was like plus 200. That's what I'm riding with. I think that's where I'm going to leave it at. Maybe I'm already kind of on Duke with just winning out. Maybe I'll get the 3.5. But go JMU. Got them at plus 180, I think it is. They are 23.5 point favorites now, minus 3,200. So if they lose outright, that's going to be brutal. Anything you really like here?
Not necessarily. Really, I think I like Alabama money line.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson's been trending down, but this is a good place for him to go, show what he did earlier in the season. And, they seem to have Georgia's card. So I think Alabama money line's where I'm going to go. And then other than that, I'll probably stay away from the most part and just watch.
I forgot how many years it was. I saw that it was like, I think it might be 7, 8, maybe 9, that the last out of like the 9 years, Georgia and Alabama have won it but once. The Joe Burrow LSU year won the SEC championship.
Yeah.
So it just seems inevitable that it's going to be these two playing every time. But Stick, anything you liking over there?
Yeah, I kind of like Bama and Virginia money line. I think I might do a little two-legger with that.
All right. So you guys are both going to be on Bama against me. I just think it's tough. I haven't liked the way Bama's playing, and now I'm going to jump on the train of hating on them. I'm a rider for my take, so go Georgia.
Gotta stand on it.
Go Georgia. But that's it for college football. We're going to get into our segment that we do every week. A new segment. We don't do this every week. We do a new segment. This one's going to be called the Wheel of Misfortune. So we got Stick behind the camera. He's going to spin a wheel for us, and then whoever it lands on, we're each going to go twice. We're going to have to defend their season for like 30 seconds if we were trying to represent them. Mm-hmm. So we got some of the worst teams on the list, I think. So sadly, my Giants are on. I kind of hope you get the Giants.
Yeah, I can. I mean, listen, this is going to be like, we're going to be little lawyers here making a case for our.
We're making a case well, I don't know how to say. If you're like the GM, why you should stay, something like that. They're like,
just kind of like why they're not like something.
Why you shouldn't be worried. Why you shouldn't be worried.
Overly defend them, even though you might not believe half the things they're saying are true. But you got. This is the team you got to represent and defend. So we're gonna defend them.
And we're just gonna go twice. So we're gonna have 4 spins of the wheel. I'll let you go first.
All right.
Here we
That's
go.
good. See what I guess then.
The New York Giants.
All right.
All right. Should I do a timer?
Sure.
I can do it.
All right. Stick's gonna be on the timer. You got 30 seconds to defend my Giants, even though you just beat them.
I would just laid the dick down, but.
All right, 30 seconds starting now.
All right, Giants, listen, they've been playing good football this year. They've been blowing leads nonstop. Jackson Dart looks good. He was good in college. He was good now. He seems exciting, seems to do with his legs, needs to slide a little bit more. They're young, though. Abdul Carter, the best player in the draft, a lot of people said last year. They haven't had the league neighbor since like week 4. So, I mean, that obviously hurts you. Wan'Dale Robinson's been your number 1. As soon as you get him back, your offense starts humming again. You get Jackson Dart another year, get a new head coach. Listen, things are up and up for the Giants here. Just get a little help in the secondary, and I think that this team could easily be a playoff team.
Dude, that was like perfect on time. Right as the 30 seconds ended. All right.
CTE boy didn't get a shout out. We need him back. We need to smear him back.
Oh, Scat. I forgot about Scat.
All right, Steve picks you.
All right, see it. Now, Giants are. I don't know if you have it on the thing. If we get the Giants again, you got to remove
It'll take it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm not smart enough to do that.
Your team is the Tennessee Titans.
I've been riding for the Titans, so I like this one.
It's tough, though.
All right, you ready? Start now.
All right, Cam Ward has looked better. He's running with his legs now. Kind of looks like in college, and his receivers suck. I drafted Calvin Ridley. You stink. So we're going to get new receivers. We need a head coach, and we got to get somebody with a pulse, get that defense running around, which hasn't been playing terrible as late. But if you're the Titans, you just got to bank on Cam Ward. He's running around. He's making plays. We got to build it in the trenches. We got to find a receiver. And, yeah, it's all Cam Ward. You just got to sell him. You got to sell Cam Ward. He's good. He's good. And I think he's been all right.
That's good. All right.
Man, that one's tough. It's only Cam Ward you're riding on.
I know. Yeah. It's like nothing. That's why I said there's like nothing. You need big offseason.
Need a coach. Yeah, we need to find a coach.
All right, Eric, for your next team. Man, just love them New York.
Oh my! This is the team I didn't want.
I could do the Jets if you want to do a different team.
No, I
mean they're in your division.
This is the way it goes, huh? All right.
They're pretty easy.
Not really.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I got it.
I can defend the Jets pretty well.
Yeah, but I want to defend this season. Okay, not their future, but okay.
Well, no, you got to defend. No, we're selling.
All right,
we're selling the Jets.
All right.
Why you shouldn't be nervous? Why Stick shouldn't be nervous?
All right.
Start now.
All right, the Jets, listen, they sold at the trade deadline. Best thing they could have done. All those first-round picks. You get rid of Quinnen. You get rid of Sauce. Sauce just got injured. Sauce hasn't been the all-pro corner that he's been anyway. That's a great trade for the Jets. You go get a quarterback. You already got some receivers. You got Garrett Wilson. You just need to beef up the defense a little bit more since you sold so much. But their offensive line has been playing great this year. And you know what? Ever since Justin Fields, or ever since they sold, they've really been battling out with teams. So you don't believe in the Jets ever, but maybe next year they break the curse. Maybe I don't know.
I think it's all the picks you got to sell.
Yeah.
I would have maybe said you got to buy in on Aaron Glenn.
Well, a lot of people think that Joe Namath cursed the Jets. So if he ever,
Pat Stickney has a problem with that.
Yeah, I know.
Joe Namath, that's his guy.
Yeah, really. But there's a legit thing that Joe Namath sold his soul to win that Super Bowl, and then that you guys would never win as long as he's alive. So,
Alright. Well, man, I'll watch a year out.
He's still alive. So,
Alright, Steve, for the final team of the Wheel of Misfortune. The Arizona Cardinals.
This is worse than the Titans. Hold on. Holy.
no, it's not.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, I guess so. I'm ready whenever.
Alright, start now.
All right, you have lost a ton of close games. I think we saw the stat, like 6 games with under 4 points, and you've been hanging around, and clearly without Kyler Murray, you're better. So we got to figure out the quarterback. We got to get whatever you can for Kyler Murray, and you got to bank that Jonathan Gannon's going to get that defense turned around eventually. I mean, they haven't been playing terrible, but you got to buy in on Gannon that he can figure out how to win close games and that defense get turned around, and you got to figure out the quarterback. Sell Kyler for whatever you can, and you got Trey McBride, and you got Marvin Harrison, so you got weapons, so it's not that bad. That's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, just because Marv was supposed to be
it's just the money. The money with Kyler
yeah.
has got to be an issue, but you got to get whatever you can for him.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you can.
Yeah.
But all right, that was a fun little segment. We kept it a little shorter because we wanted to talk about the rankings and stuff. But we'll keep it chugging along. We get the NFL now. We'll talk about Thursday night quick, even though this game happened yesterday for the people watching. But we got the Cowboys traveling the Lions, a pretty good game. We got the Lions favored by 3, over under 54.5.
Yeah, Cowboys are on the up and up right now. Man.
Yeah.
They go win this game. They're legit playoff contenders.
Huge game.
So Lions have been slipping a little bit. They've been losing, winning. It seems like every other game. But I mean, the Cowboys defense has been playing better. But Lions offense should look to get back. Probably Noah Monra, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. So that hurts. But I expect them to get it done on the ground. So I think I'm gonna go Detroit -3.
Yeah, I mean, I would say over. I just get scared on primetime games. I'm not a believer in the Dallas defense yet. I know they've been playing better, and Detroit's defense has looked vulnerable as well. So, but they both are coming off a full week's rest because they both played on Thanksgiving, so that's good. And yeah, I think we're going to see points. I kind of just thought about that they both played on Thanksgiving, so it is a full week's rest. I like Dallas. Give me 3, and I'll buy the hook though. I'll take the hook because I don't know. I think it's gonna be pretty even bet. I mean, these are probably the 2 most public bet teams I think of late. People love the Cowboys. People love the Lions. I'm just hoping for a good game. I don't even know. It might be a prop game. I don't know. But knowing this, it's probably gonna be boring as hell. 20-10 somehow. But yeah, I would expect points though. But I think that's pretty chalk to say. But I think the Dallas covers. This is a huge game. I mean, this was. What's the record? It's like 7-4, 7-5-1, I think, or 6-5-1.
6, yes,
yeah.
6-5-1.
So if they beat the Lions, they would jump them because they're 7-5. So yeah, give me the Cowboys. And even though I don't like them, but I think they've been playing better. The Lions have not impressed me. I saw them play the Giants, and clearly the Giants are not good. Just got obliterated. But yeah, give me the Cowboys. All right. But good game. Excited to watch that.
It's
a good Thursday night game.
So.
They are starting to flex stuff. Because even this week, even the 4:30 game was flex this week. That's the Packers and Bears got moved back. And they just moved the second Packers and Bears game, whenever it is in a couple weeks, to Sunday Night Football. So they already flexed. They began the flexing process. So, but we'll jump into a game which, glad it's not on Sunday night. Dolphins traveling to the Jets. Miami minus 2.5, over under 40.5.
Yeah, both teams coming off wins in seasons where there hasn't been many. So it's, both are just playing for pride at this point. Well, the Dolphins still have a chance, but I mean,
everybody's trying to make that case.
They still have a chance, like numbers wise. But I mean, let's be honest.
It's just because they have these guys. I think they play the Saints next week.
Yeah,
but I'm not exactly sure.
But Dolphins have been better. Achan's been a beast, so I think I'm going to lean Miami just based off that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets went out and won this game either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Miami has more to play for, I feel like, and but Jets have been winning games, so a little bit.
Yeah, I like the over. I think 40.5 is kind of low. It's up to 41.5 now on ESPN, but yeah, I like the over. I got Dart on my team, so I need a quarterback, even though I'm eliminated. I picked up Tyrod. I don't know what to do at quarterback right now. And my other league, I need him too because I have Caleb Williams and he's playing the Packers. It's not a great matchup. So I'm riding Tyrod. So give me the Jets and give me the over. Jets are at home. I might start. How do you say Adonai? Adonai. I might
say 80 Mitchell.
80 Mitchell. Yep. So give me some offense. I think it's going to be kind of high scoring. And the Dolphins aren't coming off a great offensive performance, but I can see this game being like 23-20 and that covers. Like that's not a lot of points, which kind of scares me, but. Yeah, how are you feeling about this week's deck? You want to get the win, right? None of that bullshit, losing. I saw a lot of people that were mad that the Jets won, Jets fans. I don't get that. I don't, we have Jets fans. Like, he's not the only friend that we hang out with that's a Jets fan. Everybody's on the board where they don't need to get a quarterback next year, it seems like.
Yeah.
Don't need one at all. You might stink again next year, but if you're not sold on anybody, just win. Just win. Who cares? You got 3 picks next year, and if you love someone, you can go all in. You can give 2 picks to go get your guy. So I just figured it out, and I saw something as a Jets I wouldn't hate this. I saw someone saying when you get to that draft this year, sell the first pick and get another one next year. Just because the next year's draft class is supposed to be loaded. You got the guy from Colin Simmons from Texas. Imagine you got Julian Sayin or Arch. You get Jeremiah Smith and you get Colin Simmons, just 3 pillars in the same year, and then you got the same time frame. I don't hate that idea, but yeah, I like the Jets here, and I would love to position the Jets, and I know it's the Jets, but I love having picks with the type of guys that are gonna be coming out, and yeah, give me the over. I like the over a lot. But moving on, we'll go to a huge game for the division for the AFC North. Steelers traveling to Baltimore. Baltimore's minus 6. Over under 42.5. Ravens coming off a bad loss to Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go in this game. It's tough. Ravens offense has seemed underwhelming, but last week the likely fumble and then the Flowers fumble costed Lamar a huge day. So if they don't fumble there, he's we're not even talking about his underwhelming performance. Yeah. He had a great performance. So I don't know. Both teams obviously need to win this. This is a huge game for the division. Steelers defense has been better. So has the Ravens, though. I think I just like Pittsburgh to keep it closer just because of the divisional matchup and there's so much on the line. And Aaron Rodgers, see how he does. He's obviously got that type of mentality, but he is old. But I think I like the Steelers plus 6.
Yeah, Rodgers is going to play, but man, he's been getting banged up. Every game he's been coming out and stuff like that. And I'm going to keep riding the Ravens. Not going to be something I bet, but just a game I watch. Give me the Ravens on the spread for the show. I hate this. The spread's bigger than I thought. That's why I'm leaning to the Ravens.
Yeah. Don't
think they should deserve 6 points after the game last week. But kind of, I don't know. I could see the game going under, but at the same time, I could see it going over. Because both of these defenses started terrible and have trended up.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, you're like, man, start these fantasy guys against these teams. And now they're kind of been getting better and stuff like that, getting healthier. So give me the Ravens. I'm kind of expecting a weird game, so I don't know. It's going to be a game I stay away from.
A point to the under. The Steelers haven't completed a pass over 20 yards downfield in over a month.
So. Yeah, and they traded George Pickens.
DK is so dead. If you're the Steelers, say you have another season that they have every single season, why not just sell it? Trade TJ Watt. It just at this point, you say goodbye to Tomlin, just try something new. I know it's so hard to believe because it's been so good,
I want him bad.
Name the last time you were scared of the Steelers any team was scared of the Steelers in the playoffs.
They're always a team that snuck in. You're like,
yeah,
there's a win.
It's like nobody even
Just
considers
like
them a Super Bowl contender. Like even though they make the playoffs most years. I don't know, man. It's you're kind of stuck in this like we're good but not great spot.
Yeah, they've literally since even towards the end of Big Ben's career, he was an ineffective quarterback, and just since then they haven't had anybody from that quarterback, so it's really held them down.
Do you think they're planning on Will Howe or just
why not?
Whatever?
I don't know. Give him a shot.
I saw him. He was in the video. He was in John Gruden's video. John Gruden went to the Pittsburgh game, and he saw Pat Freiermuth and Will Howard, and Will Howard, I guess, was hurt. I didn't know that, and he was. That's why he was on the practice squad. But now he got lifted off IR. And Will Howard said that they've been saying that they want to keep him there for a while, so you never know. I mean, he was a national championship winning quarterback, so.
He's got a great mentor in Rodgers, too.
Yeah.
So. And he said, I saw that.
Yeah, he talked about how it's crazy to watch how he prepares and stuff.
So.
But yeah, did you see Rodgers said on the Pat McAfee show when he's done, he's taking a year and nobody's going to hear from him.
I don't doubt it.
He said he wants to come back and maybe do TV, but he said it first year, never going to hear from him. But we'll move on to a big game for the Buccaneers now with the Panthers kind of trailing them. Saints traveling to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 8.5 over under 42.5.
Yeah, this should be an easy win for the Buccaneers, and they need it. They've had some tough matchups as of late. They lost 2, Pats by Bills, and then they had a close game with the Cardinals last week. So this is a good spot for them to get momentum back against a not-so-good team. Take advantage of the young quarterback on defense. Have to make mistakes, and so that's why I'm going to lean Bucks. They have way more to play for than the Saints. Saints are pretty much playing for Shuck's experience and to upset a division opponent. But I don't think that's enough. I think Tampa Bay is going to want to lay down. The spread is big, though, but it's kind of...
But it has gone up. I think it opened at 7.5, so it went up a whole point.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
I'm leaning the Saints just because, I don't know, Shuck hasn't looked terrible, and I still not a crazy... I know that over didn't hit last week for us, but... Still not a believer in this Bucs defense that much. They can stop the run, but Saints can't run the ball, so they're just going to want to throw the ball. I think the Bucs might get an early lead, so maybe it's like a live bet spread. And then just like last week against the Dolphins, maybe they squeak up on them because Chuck's not that bad at moving the ball. So give me the Saints with the points, but I expect the Buccaneers to get out of there with a win. Maybe even the over. But we did that last week, so we'll stay away from the Buccaneers and over. Yeah. But to another huge game in the AFC South. Colts traveling to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. Colts favored by 1.5 over under 48.5.
Yeah, it's been clear what the Colts' identity has been. It's Jonathan Taylor, and Jaguars have a pretty solid defense, and I'm still not believing in Danny Dimes. We talked about this when we first started the show, how much of a non-believer I was, and it's kind of, shown over the second half of the season. He started off crazy hot. It reminded me of so many seasons like Ryan Fitzpatrick with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Started off 4-0 and he was going crazy, and then it's just from downhill. We know who Daniel Jones is. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I'm going to go Jags money line. I think Jags get the win. I think they secure themselves as the top of the AFC South. So yeah, I like the Jags.
Yeah, I like the Jags here too, and it's more not like a Daniel Jones hate thing because Daniel Jones. Against the Steelers, he did do the old Giants thing, fumble, throw picks. He really hasn't been doing that. So I think they're going to have to let him off the leash and you got to see if he can do it. You got to give him some plays to make. Let him get out and use his legs. Sometimes that was the best when he was on the Giants. I think they're really trying to keep it conserved, but maybe that speaks to what they think about him. But they're going to have to try to run the ball. But the Jags' defense has been pretty good. But again, you want to talk about a couple quarterbacks that like to turn the ball over, and they're
too.
Whoa, boy. Might be a sprinkle on both defenses to score a touchdown. Could see that happening. But, yeah, I like the Jags here, too, at home. Getting plus money. I think it's not a bad bet. Maybe the Jags on the money line. And then, to an interesting game.
Yeah.
Talk about the top 2 rated quarterbacks coming out, even though Shador drafted in the 5th round because his name, I think. But Titans traveling to Cleveland. Browns are 3.5-point favorites. Over under 33.5.
Yep. Listen, it should be that. The Browns defense is a top defense in the NFL, and the Titans have how do you have any hope in that offensive production? They can't run the ball, they can't throw the ball. I like the Browns minus 3.5. I expect Browns defense just will swallow them. And then, Shador's been solid, but again, I think Cleveland's going to rely on the running game heavily in this one again. That's a not so good defense. And so I think they're going to control the game, time of possession, game script, defense, putting their offense in good spots. So it just makes sense. Cleveland -3.5.
Yeah, hopefully Shador, even last week, Shador missed some throws, so hopefully maybe a little more comfortable against a worse team because they were playing the Niners. And
lower stakes for him, too.
Almost picked him up. I could see him hitting a bomb or something, try to get it. But again, they're gonna try to run the ball with Junkins. So Junkins is a good start this week. I got him in my good team. Eric's got him. So hopefully Junkins has a good week. Even though Sampson's been getting in there a little more.
Samson got hurt last week.
Did he really?
I think he's day-to-day, so he might play, but he did get banged up last week.
Do they still have Jerome Ford? Is that their other guy?
He was playing last week. Dude, they like him on long down and distance plays. They're like 3rd and 15. Jerome Ford's in the game. And I'm like, why? But whatever.
I give me the Browns too. It's like over under to stay away. That's so low.
Oh, I know. Hammer the over.
That's like, I kind of like the over too. Like, I don't know. Like, I can see the Browns really, like, they've looked better with Shador. Like, I could see them scoring 24, and I could see, like, 14, like a backdoor score for the Titans. I don't know. Because they've been playing better, too. Cam Ward has, but Browns defense is legit. So, we'll move on to, wow, what a game that, looking earlier in the year, you thought this game would be good, but not very good. But Commanders at the Vikings, Minnesota -1.5, over under 41.5.
Yeah, I mean, this is all going to depend if JJ plays. I think they're leaning towards him playing, which they desperately want after Max Brosmer's horrific performance last week.
I'd like to see him again.
Yeah.
I know it looked bad, but the Seahawks defense, like you said, he walked into a buzzsaw. And now he's walking into a bunch of fairies. They have been terrible. Let him cook. If he's not ready, give Brosmer another shot. That is like one of the worst games ever started.
You can't feel confident in Brosmer.
You don't feel confident in JJ McCarthy?
I feel much more confident in JJ than I do Brosmer. Much more. I mean, we told Andrew that he was starting. He's like, I didn't know he was in the NFL. Like, that's how...
Well, he didn't come from, like... I was shocked when, like, people were talking in drafted because, like, Minnesota's was, like, a run offense. Even, like, listen, I watched a lot of college football. We did at school. We watched Minnesota a lot. Friday night and stuff like that. I remember... when we went to the Dark Horse the first weekend of the houses here, remember? I think Aiden was on Minnesota, and we were on UNC, and Minnesota lost. It was awesome.
There's nothing better than
when Aiden loses a bet and everybody else wins because he didn't say anything. We're randomly, me and Andrew, we cooked this up before we left. Randomly goes as Minnesota's kicking the field. I got Minnesota, and they missed the field goal. He does that shit all the time. Yeah. Walks in here after the first half. Yeah, I bet in Ohio State in the first half. Now, what, you don't even say anything. But, yeah.
So I think I'm going to, even if JJ plays, I'm going to go watch the money line. They impressed me last week against Denver. It was an overtime thriller, lost by a point. They get that 2-point conversion. They upset the Broncos, which, obviously Nick Medino made a great play. I believe it was him. It's tough, though. It's tough because Vikings defense is good. But I'm just going to go Washington money line just because.
Yeah, I'm just leaning the defense is just bad. But it's kind of the same situation, the Broncos. But, again, the Commanders' defense is not good.
No.
And the Broncos' offense is even worse.
But what offense is better, Broncos or Vikings? You got to go Broncos.
Why?
What have the Vikings shown?
What have the Broncos done? The Broncos just squeak out wins with a better defense.
Yeah, but at least they
Broncos' defense is better. Okay, offense is better, but it's not like it's...
It's not like drastic, but like, I mean, you get better quarterback play from Bo Nix. Let's be honest.
But it's not like
Aaron Jones is banged up.
You do have Justin Jefferson though.
Yeah,
throw him the ball.
He went crazy last week with Brosmer.
Throw him the ball. Like you just got to throw it up. They don't got anybody really healthy.
He is off his worst game in his NFL career ever.
Just throw him the ball. You got Jordan Addison. You got Hawkinson. Like they got weapons. I mean, yeah. But I do trust Marcus Mariota probably more than both of the quarterbacks, to be honest.
They also have McLaurin back. McLaurin, he made an impact in the game last week. So.
Give me Minnesota.
Also, Jaden Daniels could play.
That's true.
There is a chance Jaden Daniels does play.
Jaden Daniels
it's not likely, I believe, but there is a chance.
The spread would definitely flip, so I'm not going to bet Vikings anytime soon. But I see a lot of people are back in the Commanders after their good performance last week. Going to do the classic fade them. So give me the Vikings. But, going to another public bet game. But, man, I can't see myself taking the Falcons this week. Seahawks traveling to Atlanta. Seattle -7, over under 43.5.
Yeah, it's tough for the Falcons. Obviously, you lose Michael Penix. You have Kirk playing.
London's back.
London, is he like officially? He's questionable.
Questionable. Sounds like
I think he's going to play.
Yeah.
Which Falcons need because they need somebody to, besides Bijan Robinson, to do something. Because clearly it's not enough just Bijan. Because he goes off every week and they still lose. Falcons need Xavier Watts. They need James Pierce. They need Jalen Walker to really cause chaos for Sam Darnold for this to even be a remotely close game. And I just don't see that happening. Seahawks defense is probably going to swallow Kirk. He can't move. So, Seahawks -7. It is public, but it's public for a reason.
Yeah.
So,
not a game I'll probably bet, but all the same reasons. I don't know how you get yourself to bet on Falcons. Yeah, I'll take gross bets, but Seattle has been like public proof. I feel like they cover all the time. Like it's not a bad bet. It's definitely the right side. I feel like if it goes down to like 6.5 or something, I'd be like, oh my goodness. But knowing me, I'll probably bet the Falcons. It's probably my lock somehow. But no, I like Seattle. Don't let me bet on the Falcons. But yeah, I just don't. How is the Falcons going to move the ball?
yeah.
That's my thing. Sorry, I'm letting our guests know.
I feel like nobody talks about Raheem Morris, but then like I saw after the Jets played them like memes for part of my take. Like I was reading one of his tweets and like a bunch of Falcons fans were in the comment section like, "Hey, at least it's gonna get Ra fired," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that he's."
I don't know.
I think he's terrible.
I mean, his quarterback got hurt. It's always tough.
They had some close losses. They also have had some bad losses. Panthers, wow, man, they can't compete with them. But
then the Panthers beat the Rams, so like
yeah, I know. But the Panthers laid it on the Falcons twice.
Yeah, they did.
Like laid it down. So I don't know if I'm out on Morris yet. Just see, you got to see where Penix at because he's
in such a good division. So it's like I could just see, and that defense, the defensive line is figured out.
So it's a good division.
No, like
a good division to be
a coach in.
Okay, yeah.
Like a good division to be like a coach in. So I don't think it. Yeah, no, they stink. I don't care that the Panthers are good.
It's consistent, like the worst division.
Yeah, I thought the AFC South was going to be this year, but this year they're fine with the Texans and everybody. But yeah, so we're both going to be on Seattle. Move on to probably, maybe not the best game, but interesting game.
Yeah.
Bengals at the Bills. Buffalo -5.5 now, over under 52.5.
Yeah, I like the Bengals here. I like the Bengals to go get the win against the Bills. Bills need Allen to be Superman. I know Bengals defense isn't good, but I feel like they've been playing better. I don't know why. I don't know.
You get a lot of spirits when Joe Burrow's back there too.
Yeah, but even before Burrow, like I feel like in the Pats game, I saw them playing hard, like hard football, like flying around, trying to make plays. Give me Burrow to go upset the Bills here. Just him and Jamar could easily get home against that defense. And they need Josh Allen to be a freak. And who's he going to throw the ball to? Dalton Kincaid's back. That's I think. And that's huge for Allen because he needs some reliable option. And
I think he's still questionable, but trended to play.
Yeah.
The Bills are just going to try to run that rock. I mean, that's going to be their thing now. I like the under here, and I like the Bengals. I think the Bills are going to try to control the clock. And I just think Joe Burrow and I don't think that Bills defense is that great.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers are terrible. So that was why they got that win last week. I like the Bengals here too. I said it earlier in the week.
Bengals on the money line.
Yeah. I'm going to take the spread, but the spread's probably going down, so I probably should take it soon. I think it's not that public because people do love the Bills. It's another very public team always, but give me Joe Burrow.
The Bengals are just in such a tough position after like what they saw last week, and because the two games, the Jets game and the Bears game, it's like if you like either win both of those games or if you even just win one of the two, like. It just sets them up so much better to possibly win the North.
Who are you rooting for if you're a Bengals fan? The Steelers? You think they'll lose more by themselves than the Ravens would?
Yeah, but Bengals are dead, so...
They're not dead, mathematically. If they win out, they'll probably be a shot.
They're not winning out.
But we'll move on. They have a better shot than the Dolphins. People have been trying to
I agree with that. But Dolphins wins.
We'll move to the 4 o'clock window. Game we saw already on Thursday night, and it's kind of a similar spread. Broncos at the Raiders. Denver -7.5, over under 40.5.
Yeah, I know the Raiders have been the worst team in football. I mean, there's nothing inspiring about this team at all. But give me Vegas to cover.
Yeah,
it just seems to be the story about Denver. They let teams cover, but they win the games. So +7.5, a full touchdown. I mean, last time it was 10-7, so staggering score there, and that
game was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I like the Raiders too.
Also,
a lot of points.
Zach Ertz did get home against Denver last week, so you have a much better tight end than Brock Bowers. Maybe that's like a fluke thing, but Raiders' offensive line's a lot worse than the Commanders. I mean, even though the Commanders isn't great, but their O-line's worse in the league, so it's obviously a different story. But maybe you make Bowers your game plan, you just target him 100 times, and you can move the ball a little bit. All you need to do is score twice, you can win. So that seems to be the case against these the Denver Broncos here, so I'll take the Vegas.
We need like 10 points from the Raiders. You want to probably cover. I'm taking the Raiders with the points, and I know people hate the Raiders, and they're just going to say like the Broncos are going to do it this time, but give me the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, so far a great game. Bears traveling to Green Bay. Green Bay's minus 6.5 against the number 1 seed in the NFC, over under 44.5.
Yeah, Packers been playing better. Jordan Love's coming off probably his best game of the season. It's just the Bears seem to just win games, and I don't know why, how. They get it done on the ground, and Green Bay does have a very good rushing defense. So, I mean, I don't know. But you would say that about the Eagles last week, too, and they got fucking shoved around. The Bears' offensive line in the run game is very good.
I mean, you got two horses in the middle for the Eagles with Davis and Jalen Carter.
And they got pushed around last week. So it could go either way. I think we should go Bears just because of their story this year. They keep games close, and they seem to win them by like 3 points. And Green Bay is not like a world beater. They haven't been blowing teams out either. They've been playing better, but they haven't been killing teams. So, Chicago's defense getting better. They got Jalen Johnson back, Howard Gordon, probably get TJ Edwards back this week, maybe.
Need a linebacker. That's what I'm worried about. They need one. Their three best linebackers are hurt.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I know the Eagles have not been running the ball great all year, so I don't view their O-line the same. I'm a little worried that Josh Jacobs is going to gash him this week. Emmanuel Wilson's going to get in there. And Love looked great last week. One of the best games I've seen him play at home. And I think that spread is bigger than what it should be. So, thinking that way, give me the Packers, minus 6.5. I like it a lot. I'm not a believer in the Bears. Wouldn't even shock me if the Bears somehow lost out. Like, I just don't think they're good. I think that defense is fraudulent. But you keep winning, you keep winning. So they're most likely going to make the playoffs. I don't see them keeping the 1 seed, but give me the Packers to beat them by a touchdown. But we'll move on to the last 4 o'clock game, and the Rams traveling to Arizona. Rams are minus 7.5, over under 48.5.
Yeah, a good get back game for the Rams coming off that tough loss to Carolina. Cardinals have their offense production's been there with Brissett ever since he took over, but Rams defense is still so good. Mm-hmm. And the Rams had 3 big turnovers last week that obviously cost them the game, and it was still a close game. It's not going to happen again, most likely. Those games tend to be anomalies. So I like the Rams minus 7.5. It is a lot of points. The Cardinals have been kind of hanging around a little bit with teams, but Rams are going to probably take out some of that anger that they have from last week out on Arizona. So
I know the over didn't hit with the Cardinals last week, but I kind of like it this week. I can see the Rams scoring 30-plus points, and I can see Brissett getting that garbage time like he did against the Niners, and they're just hanging around because they throw the rock, the Cardinals do. They'll let it rip. I like the over here, and I'd lean the Rams. It's just a lot of points in a divisional game on the road, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be the Rams because I still think they're the best team in the NFC, and they've lost to the Eagles and they've lost to the Bears, but I think they're the best all-around team. They beat themselves, like you said, with the turnovers. But, we'll move on to huge game in the AFC. Huge game. Sunday Night Football. Good game. Texas traveling to Kansas City. Kansas City minus 3.5. Over under 41.5.
Yeah, Kansas City's coming off a loss to Dallas, and they need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive because it's getting dicey for them. Real dicey. And Texas defense has been lights out, man. So obviously you can't count out Mahomes with, in their offense, that has been fantastic. They can't run the ball. But I'm going to go Houston money line.
Yeah.
They've been squeaking out games, keeping games low scoring, and, so.
I like under Houston 3.5.
Yeah.
The Chiefs do lose, they're dead. I don't see a path. That would
can't win the division.
That would mean there's 3 teams in the AFC South with at least 8 wins because the Colts and Jags are tied with 8 right now, and they're playing each other. Mm-hmm. The Bills already have 8 wins, right?
Yeah.
So that's 3 teams, right? And so that's 3 teams with 8 wins in the wild card, and then you're 2 games behind them. So think this might be it for the Chiefs, but if anyone's going to turn it around, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. That's what everybody keeps banking on, but also I like the under a lot. The Texans are just going to shut them down, and the Chiefs haven't looked that great on offense, but the Texans' offense is not that great, and on the road, give me the under. And another game that kind of has lost his juice because I don't know if Herbert's playing. I know
I think he's going to.
He had surgery, but I guess
Monday.
it was not a significant one. But Eagles traveling to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Eagles are -3 over under 40.5.
Yeah, it's tough. Eagles' offensive identity has been kind of hard to gauge this year. I don't know if they even realize what their offensive identity is because
this reminds me of 2 years ago before they won the Super Bowl. Started good, and remember they lost to the Bucs. That was a bad collapse. Sorry to cut you off, but it reminds me a lot of what happened that year.
I don't have much belief in the Eagles to do it again.
No.
So. But Chargers have been up and down all season. Herbert did have surgery on his left hand. I think he's going to play, but you can't expect him to run nearly as much as he's been. He's been doing it with his legs a lot this year. And you lose that aspect of the game. Eagles, you got to try to get something going on offense. I'm going to go Philly -3.
Ooh.
It's tough, but I'm going to go Philly -3.
Puke in your mouth. Just give me the under. I think it's going to be gross. Eagles are gross this year, and if Herbert's even banged up or doesn't play, that's going to be brutal. Mm-hmm. Brutal. So I like it's low, but give me under 40.5. I could see it being like a 16-13 game.
Yeah.
But it could be the game that the Eagles wake up is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, it's
good weather out there. So, but I feel like we've been saying that about them a lot. But with that, that's the NFL Week 14. Any games that you definitely think you'll be betting on?
I'm going to hit Bengals money line. I'll probably hit Houston's money line too.
I like those both too. I'll probably be spread on those.
Yeah, and then I like Raiders +7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Just, Broncos don't cover.
I like the Vikings a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Cleveland -3.5. Those are probably my leans. One of those probably my lock. So yeah.
Yeah, good hit. I like Cleveland a lot too. But yeah, that's it. Anything you like over there, Stick?
I like the Bears. I like the
Bears. I like the Packers a lot. I like the Bengals. We're all in agreement on the Bengals, so the Bills are gonna blow them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bills, even last week, obviously, they ended up running away. It just seemed like a dominant effort because
the Steelers were
didn't
just
offer any resistance. So I didn't think the Bills looked exceptional either.
They looked terrible in the first. I mean, they ran the ball so much. Yeah. But all right, we're gonna jump into our pod parlay. This is the first guest we're calling that not everybody truly knows. We're calling my ex-teammate when we played together at my prep school in Florida. So he's a character. I wonder what kind of Aiden we're going to get today. Second Aiden we're calling. He didn't answer me when I texted him a while ago, but I call him all the time. So, well, he calls me all the time. I'll say that. No, he answered.
No.
You didn't even answer my text, man. I was a little nervous.
I always answer for you, Stevie.
Oh, thank you. You're live on the show, man. How are you feeling about being on HTH?
I feel absolutely amazing. Am I the first one, or what number am I on the show?
I don't know. We do every preview show. We do a parlay, but we haven't won one yet. So if we win, you'll be the first one to win.
I could be the first to hit the parlay.
Yeah, we could be the first.
You're also in the car with an avid listener too, who's been following your picks. One of my buddies.
Yeah, has he? Yeah, you haven't texted. Aiden texted me one night for he was at his girlfriend's house and I gave him winners all week and I wasn't betting on the NBA and he goes, it was no football on. He's like, yo, I need a lock to flex to my girlfriend's dad. I'm like, dude, I haven't even looked at it. And I gave them both missed. But I was like, I didn't bet. I wasn't ready for that. But
I think you gave me Brandon Ingram for 2 threes and Cat for 2 threes. I don't think Brandon Ingram hit a single one.
Yeah, I think Cat covered, but you wanted a parlay. Aiden's a big parlay guy, right? You love the parlays.
I do love the parlays. I love the long shots.
Yeah, you do. But all right, so we'll let you get the parlay started. Who do you think's going to score this Sunday or Monday?
Ooh. How do we feel about Jake Ferguson?
Hey, whatever you feel. Oh wait, no, that's Thursday.
Oh, yeah,
we can't do Thursday.
It's got to be for the weekend?
Yeah, we can go first if you're not ready then.
No. Yeah, you guys go first. All
right, I'll start it then. I'm going to go with Bucky Irving for the Buccaneers against the Saints. Stick, I see that you were ready. Who are you going to ride?
You know, I feel like we've done well with our Monday night ones. Besides Wandale Robinson, I'm going to go with Saquon, hopefully.
All right, so we got Saquon and Bucky Irvin, and then we're going to ask Eric, who do you think is going to score?
I think I'm going to go Kyle Monungai. Plus
Kyle Monungai. Wow. You're riding that. He's going to be in there. Plus 180 on the Kings.
Okay.
Tied with DeAndre Swift. So we're at plus 952, Aiden. What are you thinking?
All right. Here's who you got to give me. Give me Josh Allen to give me the end zone.
Okay, we had him last week too, so I like that this week.
Hold on, you had him last week?
Well, no, you could ride it again. It doesn't matter. He scored last week.
That's bad luck. Can't go back.
All right, he doesn't want him. Taking him out.
All right. Looking at the slate.
Take your time.
All right, yeah, I got it. Give me Jalen Waddle.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
I almost went someone in that game too.
Yeah.
Plus 150. That's gonna be more juice. All right, we got plus 2,500. We got on the parlay. I know you'll be tailing. You're a rider.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tailing that easily.
Easily. Hopefully it hits. We need one to hit.
I'm throwing a 50 burger on that thing.
Oh Jesus. Jeez. We don't advise that.
Bet at your own risk.
You got it like that though.
Yeah. That'll be a pay for the Christmas gifts thing.
Well,
It would pay for a lot.
we'll let you go, man. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for joining the show.
Thank you.
You too, brother. Have a good one.
All right, see ya.
Have peace.
He texted him that can't be Thursday night. Does that let you know anything about him? He's a Cowboy. He is a Cowboys fan. Or is he? I don't know. That family's all twisted. They got different fandoms, but yeah, I think he is a Cowboys fan. Right at then. Ferguson's definitely gonna score. Josh Allen's gonna score, and Jalen Waddle's not gonna score. That will be what happened. But we got it again. Now we're going to be so nervous. I like your pick. We just got to hope Monungai's at the goal line. This is going to be slamming my fist.
Yeah.
But Stick's going to be a little bit of a tizzy now because he likes Swift. But we're eliminated, so we can root for it now. Yeah, because our fantasy league is now official who makes the playoffs even though Eric's the only one that made it out of us. How are you feeling about your fantasy run? We should ask you that.
I feel good. I if you look, obviously people talk about points for and points against a lot. I think I'm third in the league or fourth in the league, points for, and I'm like second in points against. So, I'm 7-6, a lot of tough losses.
Yeah.
But I feel good. I feel like my team's better than some of the teams above me. But
we do have three favorites, I'd say, that I wouldn't be shocked. But I would say
I'm not that in on Aiden anymore, though.
Who's hurt on his team?
Nobody.
He got Jamar now, though.
He's starting Travion Henderson every week.
Well, if it says anything, our number one person in the league I'm playing this week, I'm projected to lose by 50. So if that says anything about my team, oh my goodness. I'm going to get killed. I don't have Dart's on a bye, Tet's on a bye, and George Kittle's on a bye. But, yeah.
Are any of you guys in standard leagues?
I think this one might be.
So
might be PPR.
Is your playoff week this week?
No.
Okay. So standard fantasy football, they have made the change. They do 2-week playoffs.
Yeah.
So they made the change from week 18 to now the playoffs start in week 14, which teams have buys.
Yeah.
So I'm playing in Ryan's league.
That sucks.
Yeah,
and
that's stupid.
His entire team's on bye. He's got a bunch of, he's got Rico Dotto, he's got a bunch of Niners. His entire team is on bye, and it's like, ESPN, I don't know if that's the option. Yeah. I feel like they should really think about just doing the first week being 1 week, starting at week 15, and then you can do the championship 2 weeks, week 16, 17.
Yeah.
Because before it's mess, people are sitting on week 18, so it's like, but now you got teams on bye.
I think this is standard. You can go in and change it, so that's
right. So you can change it, but I'm talking about like what ESPN has standard playoff wise is you start week 13 and it's 2 weeks, and then it's championship 2 weeks. But
yeah,
I mean,
so like we don't like if anybody wants sleeper, if you want to, we'll switch our league. We good. The only thing I thought about that because I do think I like other apps now, which never gonna be on ESPN now, but I just the league history is cool. I would hate to get rid of it, but we kind of know.
I like ESPN. Well, we change it, so it is on the commissioner, but that's just a weird choice for
Yeah.
ESPN to do in general.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and
So if you join a
league
public
that-
league, it's no choice.
The league that I made the playoffs in, I felt good. I've lost 3 weeks in a row when I was 8-2 now. My team's on decline. I need, like you, we need Roma Dunze to figure it out.
He's in punishment. He's in timeout this week.
Yeah.
So I don't need to win. So he's on my bench, and he's gonna sit there. He's gonna learn from his mistakes.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to sit there, because it affects these players when they're not starting on my team. They know, they realize. So.
Well, I honestly, shocking with my team, I figured it out because my first 2 picks were Jamar and Brian Thomas Jr. came all the way back in the turn, and BTJ stinks. So Rome was helping me out, but now wide receivers I'm struggling. But that was a little fantasy talk. But yeah, feeling good about this week. We got our last real full Saturday this week for the fellas, and excited for college football championship. So we'll have a lot to react to Sunday night. We're going to have the playoffs set. I'm sure we'll have something to argue about. Something crazy will happen like always. And then we got NFL. Both our teams are on a bye after playing on Monday night. Patriots got to be feeling good. Rooting for the Raiders to get the upset.
Go Raiders!
So, yeah,
Go Raiders!
Now you got stuff to root for.
Man, I was rooting hard for the commies last week, man. Woo! I thought they did it.
Oh, dear. All right, we'll end it on that. Go commies for Eric, I guess.
Well, last week.
Well, not this week, right?
I was rooting for them hard last week.
No, you're riding them this week, though.
I am, but
Yeah.
I was rooting for them hard against the Broncos last week. And the overtime. Yeah.
Go follow our socials, HTH Sports _ if anyone's tuning in from that. We had one TikTok that did pretty well. Everybody was not happy with me. Like I said, was it rage bait? Was it not? You'll never know. Hook 'em. And we'll see you next time.